live now. Go. Bam.
Oh!
Shit, son. He's a bit cheeky.
Ugh.
Yep, you've got sound, I've got sound.
Yeah, sound and sound confirmed.
Sound off.
Sound dog.
All right, I haven't tried this yet. That's all right, actually. I'll drink that.
Oh,
It's
lovely.
very murky. I don't know if you can see that. You can't see my face through it. You can't see my face through that.
No, that's a hazy mother bitch.
Yeah, it tastes delicious.
Why not, eh? Couple of biatches. Why not?
It's a new one. I'll tell you all about it. Is that the wine?
It's wine for me.
He's on the wine. Nice, buddy. Well, guess we do a podcast.
Cool, let's go.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
That was a test, just making sure you were ready.
I'm ready. Don't worry.
Hello and welcome to the JfG Podcast. It's episode 250, buddies. My name's Alex. I'm joined by my good friend Ash, as ever. Hey, buddy. How you doing in continued environment of misery and despair?
Yes. Death and disruption is upon us.
Lovely weather. That's making everyone happy. If they're not working, which
I loved being in a prison.
Yeah,
when it was really hot. It was cool.
Yeah, I like looking out of my bedroom window at the lovely weather as everyone
some could say that is also like a prison.
It's very much like a prison, except I also sleep and shit there.
Well,
it's an ensuite bathroom, of course. I don't just use a bucket in the corner or anything.
Yeah, no.
But no. Fucking.
What a lovely day today's been.
Apparently so, buddy.
First thing, highlight of the week here, buddy. I mean, if we had some fucking highlight of the week music. There it is. Highlight of the week this week happened this evening. Obviously, it's fucking hot.
Yeah.
And at midday, the missus sends me an email with some pictures of the kids, in the paddling pool, going down the slide into the paddling pool.
Yep.
I get an idea in my head of, you know what, fuck it. As soon as I get home, getting a beer and getting straight in that paddling pool.
Yep.
It's exactly what I fucking did.
Oh, and how was that, buddy?
It was scrumturlescent.
Absolutely. No other word for it.
For the 5 minutes that my kids didn't realise I was home, and then it was like, cannonball! But I was fine with that. I managed to get like halfway through my beer. Well, I say half. It was like 2/3 at least in those 5 minutes. And it was lovely. And then I had to judge a splashing competition of them going down the slide and seeing who could do the biggest splash. And obviously, everyone's a winner when kids are involved.
Yes, those splashes were all equally the same size.
Exactly. They were scored out of 10. And they were all 10s.
Absolutely right. That's how it's done.
Yeah, I can't be dealing with kids being annoying at that point in the day. So everyone's okay. So it was nice. I loved it. Apart from that, buddy, this week I've been doing bits and bobs around the house. For some reason, it seems to be now that whatever weather this is, it's like just time to get shit done. I miss the winter. Where I was like, I can't really do anything. It's cold and wet, and I just sit down and watch a film. Can't really do that now. It's like, the weather's good now. You can get out and sort shit out. And I'm like, all right then. So
yep, there you go.
More shit was getting done. I can't remember what it was. There you go. Here's one for you. I attached the hose reel to the wall. Big job.
Very nice.
Big job. Yeah.
Yep.
Apart from that, the standard shenanigans of game night and drinking. Fun had by one and all, I would say.
Absolutely, buddy. I've got very little to add to this, of course. Yeah. In fact, it turns out nothing.
There you go. Nice. Yeah.
Had a bit of a party on Saturday, though. Actually.
What? Party?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What?
We had
a social gathering.
Yeah, a virtual social gathering.
Okay. Yeah,
but
I get
we decorated the flat. It was friend of the podcast Paul's birthday last week, and friend of the podcast Paul's missus' birthday this week. So they decided to have some sort of do spanning the weekend, and they brought around a little care package on Tuesday last week, buddy, that we could then quarantine for several days, which was very nice of them. Full of balloons and streamers and party hats and a cake and some nice beers. And did the same to friend of the podcast Funk. And on Saturday night we did a virtual bank heist game online, which wasn't too bad, like there was a little bit too much. Like,
you just played Payday then?
It was probably would have been better, I'd imagine. Although not for the girls, not for the girls. The girls they don't like the games. The girls, but
no, they're not fans.
But yeah, it was like a sort of escape room-esque thing that you could do kind of together, and there was some decent stuff. There was one where you had to find out like the combination of a safe, and it turned out that they'd set up like a Facebook page, so you could go on there and like you had to look through the pictures on there. There was one where you had to find out the name of a pub, and it gave you directions from a specific point. So like we street viewed it to find out where it was.
So it's like all online clues. That's kind of cool.
So yeah, pretty much. Like there was one where you had to sort of look through all these like post-its in a phone box and find the right thing, and that led you to a phone number which we actually rang, and there was a recorded message of a dude telling us like how much the guns were going to be for the stick up and stuff.
Nice.
So, yeah,
classic
it was
stick
all right.
up.
It was all right. We had some cake, we had some party rings, because it's not a party without party rings, and
obviously
we got fucked up because
that's how you
adults
do
in the safety of our own homes, and we'll fucking get fucked up if we fucking want to So that's what we did.
Yeah.
And that's all I've done. I have nothing else to report on. We're in the middle of a Marvel marathon, buddy. We've been watching all the films. And
how far are you into this Marvel marathon?
A long way. We've just watched Thor Ragnarok.
Ragnarok. I enjoyed that. It's funny.
It's a great film.
What's his name in it?
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
Directed that one and did the voices. He's a good director.
He did it.
So, yeah.
Good soundtrack.
It's really good. Really good movie. Another one of my favorites, Doctor Strange. Genuinely think that's a fucking great film.
Yep. I'm on board.
Much better than a lot of the other films.
Well, yeah.
Unfortunately, it meant sitting through Ant-Man and Black Panther, which are both nonsensical shit films, in my opinion.
They're not great. I mean, Ant-Man is fine.
It's a bit of toilet.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably about a 4.
The thing that annoys me about Black Panther is in all of the other movies where Black Panther's in there, I'm like, this is fucking awesome. Like, that guy's clearly the dude. And
he's a dude.
Like, lights up like every scene he's in like Avengers films and other crossover stuff. But I just found the actual Black Panther movie to be so like nonsensical, like such a terrible fucking bizarre script. Like the plot holes, I'm not going to go into it, I'll just get angry, but it's a fucking bad film, and it's not even a good looking film. Like some of the CGI and animations and stuff are just
it doesn't look pretty.
Didn't enjoy that, but I think
they're just trying to thumb it in, I feel.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sure.
I think we've got like the two Avengers films, the Infinity War and Endgame or whatever, and we've got Ant-Man and the Wasp, which I haven't. It's the only one that I haven't seen. So
look forward to that, buddy. It's just as good.
I'm sure it's a wonderful film.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, obviously we were pretty disappointed at the fact that Eurovision was cancelled this year.
Yeah,
buddy.
I know, mate.
We've been watching some Eurovision content on the old feed.
Couldn't have your Eurovision fucking celebration party thing, could you?
We were really upset.
As soon as I saw the news, I thought of you, buddy. To be honest,
we fucking love that Eurovision, buddy. We think it's wonderful. It's wonderfully shit and stupid and a brilliant excuse for a party.
I love like during that evening or the next day, I get a message from you telling me to look at some absolutely retarded thing. I mean, friend of a friend. Still in my head to this day.
I know. What a tune!
Every so often,
it's a tune.
Just pops in there. Yeah. I'm like, this cunt, that cunt right there. That's his fault. Thanks.
a good Eurovision at 60 documentary on the Beeb. If you know, why not? I haven't played very much, and there's nothing else to say, so I might as well recommend some television. If you were a Disney Plus subscriber, then we watched something this week. I think it was called Waking Sleeping Beauty or something like that.
Okay.
It's like an hour and a half documentary. It is fucking brilliant. Like it's so good. It basically charts the animation team from like the perceived sort of nosedive in 2D animation, and then through the like Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, like their Oscar-winning era, and then all the mental shit that was going on in the background at the same time, and all the different people that were involved. And it's like pulls no punches. Like, fair play to Disney, I think, for this, that they've got a load of documentaries that are really candid on their service. Like, they could easily gloss over it in a Disney fashion and be like, oh,
yeah, of course.
And there's plenty of stuff on there that's like, look at how we're the best, like the most magical company on earth. But there are some genuinely like really good human stories, like hard-hitting documentaries on there that show what a fucking mess that company's been over the years. And it's just absolutely mesmerizing to watch. Like, because you like me, we grew up in that era of like mammoth fucking Disney films like Aladdin and stuff, and it was like the biggest thing in the world, and the idea that they were like crumbling as a culture in the background there.
Crazy. Yeah,
it was really good. Highly recommended.
Nice.
Getting my money's worth with Disney Plus, man.
My kids fucking love it. Yeah, my kids are loving it at the moment. Like, it's like my youngest has gone through like pretty much every single like, you know, I don't want to say girly Disney film, but like Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, everything like that. And then
princessy ones,
princessy ones. We went through oh shit, which one? Aristocats. Yeah, that was really good the other day. And but there's loads of like kind of new stuff on there. Like there's Sophia the First. Why are we talking about this right now anyway? I was just like Princessy Kiddie. No, it's fine. But Disney Plus is great if you have kids. Let's just put it that way. And I really enjoyed it. It's got all the Mighty Ducks on there. Like, you know, we watched all of them. It was fucking awesome. I loved it.
All the X-Men stuff's on there as well. I'm looking forward to watching all of that.
There's a hell of a lot of stuff on there that I was like, oh, okay, wow.
It's good for a year, man.
It's not just
I don't think that they'll be able to keep plying it with content past 12 months. I think
unless they keep buying shit off other places or something, I guess. I don't
possibly.
know.
I don't believe that they can create enough content to make us want to keep it for another year.
Not like Netflix. They're fucking they're crazy. I've started watching the Chicago Bulls documentary. Jesus Christ, that's good.
Oh, nice.
It's fucking.
Is that one of the All or Nothing ones, like because there's a series of them, isn't there, with different sports?
I can't remember what it is, but it's all about like the mid to late 90s on how Jordan and Pippen and Rodman and stuff like that, those guys really were the driving force, and how it just like ended, kind of thing. It's really fucking interesting, and how like the Bulls were really nothing before Jordan appeared back in, I think it was like 84. That's what it said anyway. But yeah, it's really good, and I've finished all 3 seasons of Ozark now. Fuck me, that was intense and just mental. It's such a good program. Definitely watch that if you haven't. But yeah, like I don't know. There's so many different platforms out there now. Like it's difficult to choose just one. So fuck it, get them all. That's all I say. Fuck it.
Yeah, well, I would rather have. It's cheaper to have Netflix, Amazon, and Disney Plus than it is to have a Sky TV package.
Yeah, totally.
So I would much rather have those 3 because these are 3 services that not only kind of they have to keep plying us with content, but they're also fighting against one another in that drive.
Yeah, so they have to be better and better and better. Yeah.
So I think that's a much better bet, really.
I think so.
And it's all about the telly when you can't go outside. So.
I mean, this doesn't feel like a gaming podcast.
Well, let's change tack, buddy. Although before we do,
I know. I was going to say, wait, I should
probably ask you exactly what it is you're drinking.
Right, evening. You are in for a fucking treat because I am. I've drunk half of the first one. obviously going to the shops this week, as I always do. I was in Lidl. I think it was Tuesday or Monday. I don't know. I forget. I go to the shop all the time now, so it doesn't matter.
It's kind of your thing.
And I picked up my usual Amber Adder, which is like the cheapest ale in there, like 4 cans for like £3.70 or something, £3.50. I was like, sweet. And then I look at the top shelf, buddy. I'm like, I was looking, at the bottles and going like, oh yeah, Bishop's Finger, Hobgoblin. They got some other ones in there that are weird with stupid names. And then I saw this can. Look at this. It's all fucking steampunk.
Oh.
Yeah. Right, I was like, hello, I haven't seen it. Steam Brew. There you go. Tagline, let's oil the gears of life.
Why not, eh?
I was like, that fucking sounds brilliant. It's a German craft beer. It's a session IPA. What is it? It's 4.9. It's pretty fucking good. It was...
That's all you need.
£1.40, I think, for a big boy can. I'm like, yeah, I'll have a couple.
That is cheap as well. It ticks all the boxes. You can't argue.
It's cloudy as fuck. Look at that.
I quite like a hazy beer though, buddy.
Oh, it's bloody lovely. I love it. So I'm on the Steam Brew this evening, buddy. Trying it out.
Very nice.
Pass the test. What about you? What are you drinking this evening?
I'm drinking a lovely Pinot Grigio, buddy. I've got wine this evening.
It's gone for the wine.
Drinking rather a lot of beer recently.
Cheese and wine.
I thought I'd wine it up, and
it's gonna go for the wine.
Yeah. Try drinking alongside grilled white fish, chicken dishes, and seafood salads, or enjoy on its own. And that's what I'm doing, buddy. I'm enjoying it
whilst
on its
doing
own.
A gaming podcast.
Absolutely right. Yeah,
complements a gaming podcast tenfold.
It certainly does. Video games.
Let's talk about
playing
games.
Some video games, and you have been playing some video games. Would you like to talk about some video games?
I would. First of all, I'm going to talk about the best ever puzzle game known to man. It came out a long time ago, 360 era. So it's got to be over 12 years. I don't know. Whenever it came out. It's not the original. It's the second coming. And that's Portal 2, buddy. I have been playing the balls. I think I must have put, 8 or 9 hours into Portal 2 this week.
It's a wonderful game.
That's the main reason why. Because it's a wonderful game. I was on my work laptop, and I didn't really want to do any work, so I was on my Steam library. I was like, I should install something. I've been playing Civ and Gears Tactics recently in my downtime, and I was like, I'm a bit bored of turn-based. I want something. I don't want action-packedness. I want something where I can mosey about and do... I want a puzzle game. Oh, shit. I played another game. Another puzzle game. I played it for 45 minutes. What was it called? One sec. It was on Game Pass. You've played it as well, and it's a bag of shite.
Is it that dot thing with the sphere?
No. It's like two kids in a 3D environment, and you spin round the 3D environment, and they get to places.
Oh.
The gardens between. Here we go.
Fuck that noise, mate.
I just remembered I played that.
It's really boring.
Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, puzzler. I want
really
puzzle
nice.
Games. Yes, graphically, it's lovely. Gameplay wise, bag of shite.
There isn't any.
There isn't any gameplay. You scroll left, and then you're like, oh, that's bollocks. So I got to scroll back right or whatever, get that thing, and then go back the other way and back and forth. Wow, so that got uninstalled after 45 minutes, probably not even that long. I was like, you know what, Portal 2, bam, got it installed, done, bish bosh, off I go. What a game. Comedy value at its best, with what's his name, out of wherever it is.
Stephen.
That's the one.
Merchant. There you go.
There you go. He knows names.
I did it. That's one of the best games ever made, Portal 2.
It really is. And then the beauty of it is, like, normally, like, I'll watch a film, I'll play a game, I have an annoying memory where I will remember, like, 90% of that thing. For some reason, it's like I go a place once, I know where I'm going for the rest of my life if I go back there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I have had moments in this game where I'm just like, I have no idea what I'm doing, because like it threw me back to the first time that I played that game, and was like, you get to points mainly when you get like into the subs levels, when what's his name? Oh God, Cave, whatever it is, the main voiceover dude. Cave Johnson? Is it Cave Johnson? Yeah.
That's the one.
So you're in like the very early days of like, you know, the Aperture Science Laboratories or whatever. And it's not your standard, right, do a level, get in the elevator, go to another level, do another level, get in the elevator, do that one. It kind of opens up and you're in a massive open area, and you've only got a small walkway, and you've got to look around fucking all over the place trying to find, shit, where do I put this portal so I can get to the next stage? And I think that's where, for me, this game really stepped up from the original Portal. Because the original Portal was amazing. I loved it. I was like, fuck me, puzzle game, first-person puzzle game, this is amazing.
But it was kind of like formulaic, whereas this was almost like fourth wall breaking.
Yeah, and I was just like, and it's so good.
Yeah.
It's like, it makes you just fucking question everything about what you're doing. It's just a fantastic game. And, I mean, if you haven't played Portal 2 or the original Portal, like, they're peanuts now.
Yeah.
Like, absolute nothing.
Oh, if you haven't played that game, you're a retard.
Well,
but also, you should probably go and play it.
Yeah, you should pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could go on. One thing, there's a fucking hell of a lot of loading in that game.
Yeah.
I was running this off an NVMe drive, so it was pretty speedy. So, fuck me, God knows what it's like on like a 360 loading from level to level. Mind you, I was like, fucking, some of these levels I was just, oh yeah, bam, 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 right, I'm through. Loading screen. Right, wait for the next one. Bam, 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 into the next one kind of thing. So, yeah, I don't know. I might have to try and watch a speed run of Portal 2 and see how much of that time is spent in loading screens to actually playing the game. It'd be quite interesting to see. But yeah, fucking great game. Absolutely amazing. I love it. I will finish it off next week, but I won't talk about it. So there you go.
Fair enough.
There's that. The other game that I played, I won the game of buying games, buddy. Obviously, we've been wheel towning quite a bit more. I've been trying to get on a bit more with the wheel town because I've been watching the Virtual Grand Prix. I've been watching a lot more, you know, sim racing and stuff like that, and I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing, and I'm really enjoying playing like what we're playing at the moment: Project Cars 2, F1 2019, and Gran Turismo. It's been a load of fun on game nights, and so I've been jumping on during the week with you while you're doing your bits and bobs.
Gibbon.
And we've been told, well, we know that Assetto Corsa Competizione is coming out, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to buy Assetto Corsa on PC because it was £4. And I've started looking at all the mods and stuff on the PC, and holy shit.
Mad, isn't it?
It's endless.
There's so much stuff there.
It goes on forever. I've had a little dabble. I had to go in the transit van. That was fun. I was like, this is fucking sweet. Just driving a transit van. Yeah. It's the game is quite lackluster. I believe you said it when you reviewed it on the when you spoke about it when you got it on the PS4. It's not very well made in the sense of a game.
No, it's a complete lack of content, and also it's a bad port. the double whammy. It runs horribly on the PlayStation, and there's no excuse for it. It doesn't appear to be especially demanding. I mean, obviously, there's a great deal of simulation going on in the background. It taxes the CPU, which is famously fucking meager in the PS4. But on the surface of it, it just it looks pretty dour. It looks pretty miserable a game, and it doesn't run well. It takes ages to load. There's lots of stuttering and stuff, and then as you say, like that, the content side of things for the base game is pathetic, frankly. Like even if you incorporate all of the like definitive edition DLC that they released, it's still not a great deal of content.
No,
even once they released all that stuff. So
I managed to get I snagged a few extra cars of DLC in the deal that I got, but even with that, it's absolute ball bags. There's nothing there. No, go on.
But the actual driving,
the driving is sensational. It's absolutely fantastic. I've had a lot of fun. Just going through some of the career mode in this, doing my practice laps. So racing on circuits that I've never been on, obviously. Getting to know them during like your time trial practice, things like that, and then getting stuck in a little race and stuff. Yeah, it's really, really good. The handling feels solid. The cars feel phenomenal. They sound fantastic.
Feels real.
As well.
Like even the little hot hatches and stuff like that. That latest release that's on there. It just feels like real driving, and more so than anything we've got like PlayStation wise in terms of like GT Sport pedals itself as the real driving simulator. Obviously, every proper sim racer knows that's a nonsense statement. But even Project Cars, Assetto Corsa's handling and driving model shit.
Oh, it's incredible. Yeah,
it does.
And the benefit of having it on PC is everything can get overhauled. So I've started looking into all different lighting models and God knows what kind of fucking mods and stuff that you can get on this thing. It's really nice actually. Like with Skyrim, you have like a little mod manager where you can sort out what mods you've got installed. It's exactly the same with this. You can sort out every single mod you have and run through which ones you want. You can get stable versions, you can get beta versions. It's all there. And I know we've spoken about you delving into PC, but just can't justify it, which is understandable. For what you want to get out of it, you're gonna have to spend a hell of a lot of money. I think I saw something today. I think it was Unreal or Epic came out and said, "Oh yeah, you can run the the PlayStation 5 tech demo on a PC." And I think they said it runs fine on a GTX 2070, which alone is like 600 quid or something. So it's like
they're quoting a card there that costs more than the
whole
new console will cost.
Exactly,
it's fucking madness.
Which is silly Billy, if you ask me.
And beforehand, like back in the era of the 360 coming out, the PS3 coming out. Yeah. You could sit there as a PC gamer and you could say these consoles aren't even as powerful as a high-end computer and they're going to be left in the fucking dust within months.
Yeah.
But now we're in a position where the specs of the Series X, for example, that's right up there with like a fucking £1,500-1,800 computer.
Yeah.
That's madness.
It's crazy balls.
I just don't know how they're doing it. People are already whining about the fact that the consoles are going to be 500 quid, and like I see that as a fucking win.
Like for what they're going to be outputting. Yeah.
It's mad. But you're absolutely right. Like the amount of sim racing that we've done, the place to be as a sim racer is on
PC.
The PC, and it now seems like a very good time to mention Assetto Corsa Competizione. Obviously, as someone who's been like you, like really getting into the sim racing and everything, I've been following all of the absolute lack of news about Competizione and
yes,
it is still launching according to Kunos Digital. They put a thing out 3 or 4 days ago saying it's coming out. They also announced that there will be no pre-orders on PS4. You can still get the DLC content.
How?
If you buy it within 2 weeks of it hitting the store, then you'll get the free DLC.
Meh.
But there'll be no preloading. They're just going to launch the game the day it comes out.
That's shit.
Well, that tells me that it's not done.
Yeah, true.
It tells me that they are struggling. It tells me that it performance-wise, they're having a fucking mare getting that thing running. And I don't see how that game runs well on these consoles. I don't see it. And yes, absolutely, people have highlighted the fact that the original Assetto Corsa was running in their custom engine and therefore was very, very difficult to port over, which is why the performance is so poor on the PS4. Whereas Competizione runs in the Unreal Engine,
which is fine.
Famously much easier to port over.
Yeah.
But we're less than a month from launch now. We haven't seen a single frame or screenshot from the console version of this video game. They're asking you to pre-order it. There are no details. They haven't even announced whether it's going to run at 60 frames or 30. And if this game's running at 30 frames,
fuck that.
I'm not buying it. Obviously,
not buying that. Like, I mean, the thing for us on Game Night going from like F1 to Wreckfest.
Yeah,
and you're just like, ugh.
But for a sim game,
God.
for a sim game,
I know. It has to be. You need the realistic. You need it for the speed.
Yeah, like more so than any other genre of video game. A sim racing game where you're making.
I feel like first-person shooters would be like, "Fuck you, buddy."
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't think it's as crucial. You can still move quickly at 30 frames, but to make subtle adjustments. That frame rate needs to be high, and also that your eyes are on stalks when you're playing a racing game, and can be for like half an hour at a time, or even longer if you're doing a full
I think it was a couple of Fridays ago. Like, I just forgot to blink for fucking ages, and my eyes were so dry. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, but yeah, you're absolutely right. It has to be 60 frames. Like, it cannot be. But from what you're saying, makes me worried as well, buddy.
Yeah, well, luckily, there's absolutely no way of us pre-ordering it until the day it launches. At which point,
so
there'll be footage because there'll be people streaming it and stuff.
Yeah,
if it's 60, I'll buy it day one.
Yeah,
because obviously, but until I know what the frame rate is, then I'm not interested at all.
Yeah, Gibbons.
But yeah, anyway, it's the PC thing. You can put together a PC for £600 or £700 right now, which will run 1080 60, maybe 2K 60.
Yeah, I'm getting 2K 60 on mine, and I'd say mine's probably about £500 PC.
But the consoles are going to be around that price or cheaper.
Exactly,
and they're going to offer 4K 60.
Yeah,
and
was that thing that Xbox came out and said they were like, well, not everything has to be 60, wasn't it, a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, here we go, downhill.
I just hope that the PS5 has, graphical options for older games.
Yeah, I know, right?
I want to be able to
any game. Just give me a thing to say, like, what do you want? Do you want like
stuff like Tomb Raider's done it?
Like, I want fucking performance. Every time.
I want to be able to do that with PS4 games. I want to fire up Wreckfest and play it at 60 frames.
The main thing that I remember on the PS4 Pro was playing God of War. I played it in performance mode. It's fucking lovely. And then I played it once on like whatever 4K mode at 30, and I was just like, never again.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just no, like it. Even like that God of War, like a third-person action adventure game, just no 60 all the way. Like I just don't want to play it at 30 anymore. It shouldn't be a thing, I think.
Agreed.
That face says it all.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. I don't know. I follow someone on YouTube, and his name is Austin Evans. There's a YouTube channel that I watch. He's just some like geeky PC dude, but he's cool. I like him. I like the cut of his jib, and he does cool videos.
Nice.
And he released a video yesterday where he made a real world gaming PC, as he called it. He gets given like a lot of stuff. He's got a lot of sponsorships, so he ends up with like fucking
all over the
stupid
place.
PCs and stuff.
Of course he
But
does.
he did a bog standard, reasonable money PC build. And I think for $600 he built a PC. It was decent. It could run everything 1080 high. It could run some stuff 4K medium.
Yep.
And it was $600. Like, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But that thing's obsolete in under a year.
Yeah.
And
if you want 4K 60.
Yeah, well, I do.
Well, there you go. That's why it's obsolete.
Console. So console is. We'll move back forward to. We'll move back onto consoles later on in the show.
They might not be 60 though.
Get off this topic for now.
Yeah. Anyway, right. So that's what I've been playing this week.
It sounds like a good week, buddy.
Yeah. So you've also won the game of buying games. It looks like this week.
Yeah. Well,
we keep buying new games. I wonder why.
It's weird,
well,
isn't it?
I say new games. They're fucking old games.
I bought two games this week for a combined price of £14. I got a CD Keys voucher, so I made like a 10% saving there as well. I've got a little bit of credit left over, bit of street cred, buddy, as I call it. But for the first time just then, I bought The Forest and The Witcher, that Thronebreaker.
Thronebreaker, yeah.
Yeah, it's like card. It's
Who
like
was it that played
RPG.
that? Was it Mike Strider?
I believe. I can't remember who it was.
Was it JJ? I can't remember.
I don't know. Someone was waxing lyrical.
Someone, yeah.
It was a good year ago now. I can't quite remember. I haven't played that yet, but the missus is still banging away at The Witcher. She has spent the entirety of her furlough playing The Witcher 3.
Do you know what I mean? There's worse things to do.
She's played the entire game start to finish, doing all of the quests.
Jesus. Yeah.
And she's done the whole of the first DLC pack, and she's halfway through the second DLC pack.
Nice.
She's going to platinum The Witcher 3. That's what she's doing with her time off.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
I came in today, and I couldn't have been any happier, buddy. And I'll show you for anyone who happens to be watching on the stream.
Oh, we have two viewers right now, which is fucking crazy.
These are my missus's notes. And I'm not going to muck the order up because there might be something special going on here. But what have we got here? Yeah, enchanted boots, missing plans, missing trousers.
I mean, that's me on several occasions in my life.
The enchanted silver sword is missing from the bear. We've got the viper. She's still after the gaunts. She's after all the legendary elven armor, and she's written like
to-do lists
notes to work out where she's getting Todo. Yeah, where she's
Todo.
But yeah, anyway,
I love a bit of Todo.
So I picked up The Witcher basically because she's about to finish that thing, and I think she's going to have withdrawals like some sort of addict, and it's
I could see that. Yeah,
the right thing to do.
The
other, and then The Forest is the other thing I've picked up, which
Das Forest.
Fancied a survival game. It's a first-person survival game. You crash land on an island in a plane crash. There's weird fucking cannibal fuckers on the island, and
nice.
It's, as far as I can tell, one of the most fully featured co-op survival games in that you can play it online with friends.
Can I do this with you?
100%. I played it with Funk the other night, and we were having a whale of a time. We're building a base out of twigs and bracken. We're building a log cabin. I got killed repeatedly. Ooh. And then he told me that there was a block button. At which point I stopped dying quite so often. But this game is really good, and we've come into it like several years into its development to the point where they seem to have fixed all the quality of life stuff. I remember watching a series of videos on this with, I think it might have been like one of the Yogs groups or something. But they were going through this game, and it was still a bit janky in places. The quality of life stuff hadn't really been sort of completely addressed. But now, this is a really elegant way of doing a survival game in that you've got blueprints in a book for all the things you can build, and you can build fucking Swiss Family Robinson tree houses and shit, buddy. It's like pretty in depth. Yeah. And you put the blueprints down, and it puts the actual structure down ghosted.
Okay,
so you can see like where it's set up. I suppose sort of like Fortnite does that in real time, doesn't it? When you're building.
Yes. Yeah, he's
so it's a little bit like that. Yeah. But anyone puts a blueprint down, and then everyone can add components to it. So once that wall's down, for example, if you take a log over to it as anyone, you can add to that structure until it's complete. And that works really, really well. It's got all the sort of bog standard, eat and drink and stay warm or cold and so on mechanics. The enemies are pretty evil and quite naked. And there's definitely some underground shit going on that we haven't really sussed out yet. As you know from friend of the podcast, Funk, and his experiences with Ark. This is his fucking jam.
I was going to say,
that boy is furloughed, and I suspect he's doing little else other than playing the forest at the moment. It's very much like fucking Karate Kid when you go and play a survival game like this with the Funk, in that he's like, he's now paying the fence. It's... So, this is a really, really cool game. There's not a lot like it on the PlayStation, at least, in terms of like, this thing's, Ark was pretty amazing, but obviously ran like shit, looked like shit.
It's terrible.
This is not procedurally generated. This is an island that's the same every time you load into it. And I think that's salvaging rather a lot of power to make it look like an actual video game rather than a collection of pixels. So, it's really good. Really enjoying it. It's rock hard, but also really fun with friends. I don't think I'd really play it alone, but I think it's co-op 1 to 4 network.
I just checked it. It's 2 to 4 co-op. Yeah,
there you go.
What night are we in the forest?
Gibbons, buddy.
Let me know. I'm there.
We've got bank holiday weekend this weekend coming as well, buddy. So perhaps we can get a couple of nights in a row.
I'm actually off all next week.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
I mean, I've got shit to do, but in the evening, as it is when I work.
I also have shit to do during the day, but yes, I tend to play games at night when I'm not working.
I don't do anything.
It's good. I like it. It's fun.
Cool. I'm looking forward to that, buddy. I've got it all installed.
It's like £7 on the store at the moment. So, if you're looking for something to delve into, because other than maybe that Conan Exiles, which by the way is like £45 on the store at the moment.
I'm pretty sure that was PS Plus, wasn't it?
World. I don't know. I don't seem to have it, so
I'm not even going to Google it because I don't care. I think it was.
The other game we're playing.
Yeah. Go on. Yes. Hello.
Far Cry 4.
He's playing Far Cry 4.
Yeah, and I didn't buy this. I was looking at buying it because it's got Far Cry 4 and Primal is currently at about, I think, 13.
Yeah, Primal. Yeah.
And then I thought, I'm pretty sure I've got that somewhere in the Funk had Far Cry 4. And I remembered him. I vaguely remembered him lending me the game, me playing through like the tutorial, bouncing off it, and then I don't know. So
something happened.
It's not on the bookcase. It wasn't under the TV. It was in the sofa, buddy.
It was in the sofa.
It was in the sofa because this flat has a very narrow stairwell, and as such, you can't get normal sized furniture in here. It's got to be flat packs. Often, sofas don't tend to be flat packed. However, needs must, and a company called Nabru do flat packed sofas, and this is one of them. And one of the byproducts of that is I'm sitting on an MDF sofa. It is hollow. And we use it for storage. And there's a load of shit in here that I've just been tossing in there for the last 3 years.
Chuck it in there.
Just whack it in and put the cushion back down on top. It's fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
And Far Cry 4 was in there. So apologies for not returning that, Funk. And also, I'm now playing it. So,
so fuck you.
I just finished Far Cry 5. They often say it's a very, very bad idea to go backwards in a series, having completed one.
And
that doesn't apply quite so much when you thought that the newer game was shite. So
we played a bit of Far Cry 5 actually, didn't we?
We did. It's fun.
Last week after. Yeah, we did. We did some shit. It does some funny things in co-op, like as in
run very well.
I know. I had to secure a prison or something. I think it was. So we rocked up there in an armored vehicle. It spawned me inside the prison, like as a guard on top of the towers or whatever. And you were still in the armored car outside. Just that worked out well.
It's supposed to be them assaulting the prison, the heretics or whatever, and you got to like gun them all down. And it's quite tricky. They actually invade and get up on the walls and stuff. But as you say,
no,
it left me.
They
in a
didn't.
fucking turret. In the car park where they were attacking, and not
they were coming
me there, but they also basically ignored me.
Yeah, they just didn't give a shit about you.
I just mowed down everyone.
Yeah,
we even arrived at the prison, and
that worked well. Good tactics. I liked it.
So yeah,
anyway, Far Cry 4, buddy.
Yeah, so Far Cry 4. So Far Cry 5 is a very competent video game. It does everything pretty well in terms of game mechanics. Obviously, the story is horrendous. It makes you suffer through it, and that's quite a miserable experience.
I thought you were going to say that's very Ubisoft.
It is very Ubisoft. It's 100% Ubisoft. But it runs nicely, it looks lovely, and it's fun to play, apart from all of that story bullshit. Although you can skip a lot of cutscenes in Far Cry 5.
That's true.
Apart
from when it plays the Bangra country music.
Yeah, a little bit different there when you take over a base. So Far Cry 4 is the same game as Far Cry 5. And the story in Far Cry 4 is good. It's a good story. The baddie is that pagan Min dude in his purple velvet suit.
Ooh, it's lovely.
It's voiced by Troy Baker, and it's fucking wonderful. He's like the best baddie ever. You equal parts love and hate him as the game introduces you to him as he steps out of an aeroplane and stabs one of his own guards to death with a pen. And that's wonderful. And he keeps ringing you like all the time. He's like, hello, just making sure you can hear me all right. He's talking about like, he's basically just completely unhinged. It's like Balls of Fury. It's like Christopher Walken in Balls of Fury with his fucking pandas and his electromagnetic bridge. However, Far Cry 4 has unskippable cutscenes, and the cutscenes that don't include Pagan Min are still dog shit. So that's unfortunate and frustrating. It has a map that is extremely mountainous to the point where it's really difficult to navigate, which is annoying because essentially you end up fast traveling everywhere, and that takes you out of the experience. Whereas
it's not what you want. You said a lot of the time you were just going about the place because it was so lived in
vehicles. I was walking through the forest.
Not even running.
I was just wandering through the forest with my bow and arrow. It was a nice place to be. And Far Cry 4, absolutely, it's a really cool game world in terms of it looks nice and that, but it feels very half baked in comparison to 5 in terms of pathing and mechanics. Inevitably, all of the game mechanics are slightly worse in Far Cry 4. Like, it just the weapon wheel feels like less
responsive.
Just
less.
Well, everything just it all makes far more sense in Far Cry 5. Stuff like, for example, at the start of the game, you can only hold like one set of gadgets, but there are some missions where you can take 2 sets because the mission kind of requires it, but they don't really show up on your weapon wheel, but they do show up if you hit left on the D-pad. And then you find yourself in a situation where, for example, you might be putting down like trip mines or something, and then you can trigger those, but you have to put your gun away and go left. It's just clunky, and they've obviously perfected that in 5. So
understandable.
Anyway, I'm talking about old Far Cry games. The first one was old. This one's older. I will stop, but what I will say to finish is you've got a game that has a really good story but inferior mechanics, and then a game that has a terrible story and far better mechanics.
Yeah. So what do you want out of a game?
Yeah, and it turns out when it comes to video games, which is a medium of playing games, rather than movies, where it's about the story, because you're not actually doing anything else. The mechanics are more important, and therefore Far Cry 4 is quite a difficult experience, having just finished 5.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Even though the story is great, like, you know, it's just, it is what it is, buddy.
Portal 2, though, runs like a fucking trooper, mate.
Portal 2's got it all, buddy. Portal 2's got an amazing story and the best mechanics. It's
you can't get any better. Just saying. Well, you know, there's some games from years ago. You're welcome, everyone.
Yeah, and
keeping up to date with what's going on.
At least they're not remasters.
That's true. I mean, yeah.
At least all of the games we're playing aren't completely creatively bankrupt like 50% of all software that's being released at this moment.
Here it comes. That's shit on everyone.
That's what happens when you rape the AAA scene in favor of making money rather than good games, is that people aren't interested anymore, and you can make more money making cheaper games because you've already made those games.
Yeah.
Just fucking up-resing them. So anyway.
Yeah.
Video games, buddy. I got some.
I love it.
I got some
fucking hell
stuff.
All right, go on then.
Are you ready? Here we go.
Yeah, hit me.
This is what's this section called again? It's just called
shit.
It's just called. Is it just called shit?
I don't know. We haven't got sections anymore, buddy. We got rid of sections.
Well,
this is just shit. That's about, you know.
Well,
whatever.
Okay. Well, just to inform everyone, I'm no longer talking about games we've played. That has ended now, and we're moving.
Cool.
Into whatever this is.
Stuff that's about.
There is a rumored PS5 reveal event featuring launch games and the console, or perhaps not the console.
Shit, we don't know nothing.
On the 4th of June, it's been widely reported as a strong rumor, including by 2 people who predicted when the last 2 big events would happen before they were announced, including the Switch reveal. So, reliable-esque sources who have absolutely no reason to stick their neck on the line, but have, suggesting that this is going to happen. This is a June 4th event for PlayStation. Strong rumors that we won't see the console.
That's smart.
I don't really understand. Now,
just show us it. Who cares?
I watched IGN's daily.
It's being made, today. Surely.
I don't normally watch IGN's Daily Fix, but it's fine. No, she's all good. She had her cat.
I don't even know who's on it now. Yeah.
But she was saying she was asking for people to comment below, because that's the world we live in, is where apparently everyone thinks that their views are like pertinent in some way, so they have to just spew their brain onto the internet.
We're a community, guys. Let us know what you think.
We don't care.
Or don't.
No, we don't give a fuck what you think about anything, dear listener.
I do a little bit.
Ash is soft. He's got soft over time.
No, I might care about what you say, but I might not. That's the truth.
I enjoy chatting with the people who listen to this show. I'm joking, really, but also if you have a differing opinion to me, that's also absolutely fine.
I saw a little meme about the internet and people that can play games. There was something stupid about. Oh, this is so pointless. A guy. It was a cartoon. Top one says, I fucking hate this game. The bottom one is like a guy that really enjoys the game. And it's like, wouldn't it be great if the world was like, I'm glad you got enjoyment out of a game that I fucking hated, instead of everyone just bashing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, at the end of the day,
like, fair dues. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it, kind of thing. You know,
we're not the brightest
happy
fucking
days
in the world, and our opinions are no more important than yours. The fact that we're broadcasting them to the internet is because our friends kind of suggested that it might be a funny thing for us to do, and then some people cottoned on, and we rather enjoyed it. You don't have to listen.
I thought it's just that we talked like pretty much every night anyway.
Yeah, we might as well record it.
Might as well record it, and you know. whatever.
If you have a differing opinion to me, then that is absolutely fine. And maybe you're right, and maybe I'm right. But I don't really care what you think.
Yes. Anyway, PS5 or something you're on about.
PS5. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
They were saying on the IGN Daily Fix.
Comment below. That was it.
Strategy of PlayStation, if you can call it a strategy, which you absolutely can't because it's been radio silence. That's not a strategy. I suppose it is. I don't know. Comment below and tell us whether you think that's a strategy or not. But it's
the name of this week's podcast. Comment below.
Comment below. Yeah.
Go on. Yeah.
Comment below.
Thank you.
I promise I won't read it.
I'm not writing all of that.
They were saying like, do you think that it's gonna like rev up the hype, the fact that they're suddenly gonna be like, boom, here it is, or do you think that, especially given the current climate where everyone's just fucking stuck and starved of content, that perhaps gradually ramping up announcements about the new console would be more exciting to people and would get people on like the hype train a little bit more? And I know what she was thinking in saying it. She was thinking this radio
comment below
is a bad idea.
Oh, okay.
And I was agreeing. I was thinking, yeah, like they should have fucking because I feel like Microsoft, they kind of took advantage of the lockdown a little bit by sort of trying. I suspect the reason that event where they showed gameplay with bunny ears was it was half baked because they really weren't going to do that, but they were like, well, we should fucking do something because there's people are waiting for something.
But they should just fucking do that anyway. That should have been part of the plan.
Yeah, it should. It should.
I mean, I don't know. Either way,
it's in that PlayStation by now. Even if they just release a couple of screenshots or something to get people talking, because everyone, a huge proportion of the world is currently sat at home waiting for things to look at. It seems like a huge waste on Sony's part to not take advantage of that.
It would take him a day to knock out like a super sexy little Xbox reveal of the Xbox Series X trailer. Like, fuck me.
Just both
people would lose their shit.
Everyone should be taking advantage at this moment in time, because unlike most other industries, like I work for a camera hire company, and inevitably less people are going to be hiring cameras when there are no events, no sporting events, no weddings, no shoots, no nothing. However, if you're in the games industry, nothing's changed. In fact, more people are playing games at the moment than ever before.
Yeah.
I just feel like Sony are missing a trick by not trying to gradually ramp up hype, drip feed some stuff, release a couple of things each day that are exciting.
Anything.
And they haven't.
Anything would be great.
The idea that we get to June 4th and we still don't see the console, I think that is going to actually turn into sort of mild aggravation and anger from people waiting.
More than likely.
It's a bad idea.
But also, those people should just fucking wait.
Well, perhaps. No, I'm kind of with you on this one. Like, this is a console that Sony wants me to buy.
It's meant to be out in a few months, or whatever, June, 6 months or whatever.
I tell you what, it tells me, if we don't see the console, it tells me that it's not that fucking thing is not coming out this year.
No, you know what they did? They showed the old pizza oven, like in a leak, and everyone were like, "What the fuck is this?" And they're like, "Oh, we need to redesign it. It looks really bad."
Showing the controller months before the console is suspicious. And getting to a June the 4th where you're supposed to be showing launch titles, if they're even a thing anymore, and we still don't see any hardware.
Not really.
Is really fucking suspicious, buddies.
Yeah.
There's something amiss if that's the case. And to me, it's that they either haven't been able to make the fucking thing, or they're going to inevitably have to delay it into the new year. And that is just what Microsoft needs.
When's E3?
Delaying to March. There is no E3.
Yeah, when is E3?
Well, that's the thing.
What date is that?
The week
is it June the 4th?
E3 would have been anyway.
Yeah, okay.
It's about on.
The only thing I can think of is obviously they're just going to drop a load of shit on whatever their event is, or they were going to drop a load of shit on their PlayStation event or Sony event.
Yeah.
And be like, here's the big fucking reveal. So I'm guessing they're just going to stick with that plan because,
people have been getting excited about an epic game engine demo.
Whoa.
That's how starved of fucking info the gaming community is over.
It's a fucking good one though, wasn't it? Not good.
It looks lovely. It means nothing. It's not even. It's running on a Target console.
Did you see that people were fucking raging because of the bit where they crawled through the little space and they were like, "Oh, is that a fucking load scene?
They
is
said
that a fucking?" It's like, no, of course it's not.
But even if it is, like,
who cares?
I love that in showing a fucking Unreal Engine 5 tech demo. Single-handedly in a 17-minute video, Sony showed more fucking gameplay than in the entire Xbox event of CG trailers and stuff. I don't know.
But was that Sony? Wasn't that on Epic? It wasn't even.
It was partnered with PS4.
Oh, okay, so it was part of PS5.
Anyway, I just want to see stuff about it. So there.
Yeah, I want to know.
We'll move on. Epic. Talking of Epic, we've been talking about their engine demos.
Yeah, we have.
They released GTA 5 for free on the Epic Game Store, which crashed everything.
Yeah, I loaded it up and it was in Spanish. It was cool. Still managed to get it for free in Spanish, though. Okay.
They've also released some new features on their game store, one of which is the fact that if you buy a game and then it sort of shortly afterwards goes into a sale, they will refund you the difference of the full price value that you paid.
That's good.
Brilliant. So that's pretty wonderful. They've been doing suspiciously. They've been kind of being in the public eye a little bit, Epic, because everyone's at home and they know it. That's why we got the announcement about Fortnite transitioning into the Unreal 5 engine. That's why they're now talking about stuff like giving you money back. It's why they've given GTA 5 away. So they're kind of smashing it, Epic, aren't they, buddy?
They're doing a good job, man. Like, I've got like 33 games just from them, and they're not shit games. I mean, some are, but most of the shit ones that they try and give away, I don't get. But they're like, let's open it up and have a little ganders of like what ones I've managed to nab for free. Obviously, GTA 5.
Yep.
Fortnite, that's pretty good. So I've got Total Reliable Delivery Service, not great, but hey, fine. Farming Simulator 19, which was this month's PlayStation Plus game.
Yep.
I've got The Bridge. I've got Celeste. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. All the Batman games. Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight. I got Hello Neighbor, which is a big one with the kids. They like that.
Yep.
Just Cause 4. Lego Batman 1, 2, and 3. Metro 2033 Redux.
Pretty mad when you list them all.
Rayman Legends.
What a game.
I've got Jackbox Party Pack, Stanley Parable, Watch Dogs, World War Z, and the new Yooka-Laylee game as well. I got The Escapist. And they're just like, you haven't got to do anything. You just got to go and be like, oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, I'll have that.
Pretty mad, isn't it?
It's mental.
Yeah.
And on that note, rumour has it from a tweet that got deleted, the other free games, there's 3 other free games that will be coming out in the next couple of weeks or whatever on the game store. Civ 6, very good game.
I'll pick that up.
Yeah. Borderlands The Handsome Jack Collection, if you haven't played it, might as well get it. It's all right.
Content.
And finally, Ark, which, I mean, we got a lot of enjoyment out of. So there you go. There's more free games for you there.
They're perfect as well for the current situation because they're all time sinks, aren't they? They're all
totally
hundreds of hours experiences rather than sort of tight knit sort of
slapdash
jobbies.
Whatever you want. Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, they are smashing it.
They're doing well. Elsewhere, 2K announces Mafia Trilogy Remaster. This is weird. Like, really weird. But hey, I've just finished Mafia 2 on PS Now, and now they're releasing a really pretty version of it, which is annoying to me. So fuck you. Also, they're releasing a trilogy that you can buy, which will feature a full reworking of the original Mafia game, but it's not out till August. But you can buy the trilogy now, which is a very 2K move. So you can buy Mafia 2 and 3 up-resed with Mafia, the original, reworking on the way, and you can buy that now. So, what do you think of that?
No,
not for him.
no.
Yeah, weird. It's almost like they were sitting around being like, "What should we do?" That's how it feels. So maybe this has been planned for a while, but the idea of releasing a trilogy when one of the games isn't done is just, that's the world we live in, I suppose. But either way, it kind of tempted to reinstall Mafia 3. It was PS Plus some time ago, and I think I played 5 hours of it and then kind of got bored. But perhaps at this moment in time where I can't really go anywhere or do anything, Mafia 3 may finally be the game for me. But either way, that trilogy's there, and yeah, it does look lovely, by the way, the reworking of the first game, if you like that sort of thing. So there. Elsewhere, Call of Duty, there was a load of weird shit happened on Warzone. I didn't read it. I don't care. But it suggested the next COD might be Black Ops, and that has now been confirmed. The next COD is Black Ops Cold War. So it's going to be a 80s thing. It's the sort of vibrant and exciting color palette people will be really enjoying during this current climate, I'm sure. But anyway, yeah, COD is Black Ops Cold War.
Yep. I feel like we're getting back to the news where it's pointless again, but that's fine.
Don't care about that. Finally, the Euros are cancelled, but Konami doesn't care because presumably they've already done all the work on their DLC for the Euros for PES.
Yeah, they have.
They're going to release like 56 fully licensed teams and the entire tournament, including a couple of new stadiums. I think that was always going to be free. I don't think they were ever going to try and sell that. Obviously, they can't sell that now.
No.
DLC content for a tournament that isn't going to happen. However, they're just like, just have it. We don't care. It's fine. So you might not be able to watch the Euros this summer, buddies, but you can
play.
You can live them in a really shit football game if you want to. On PES. eFootball Pro
eFootball
2020.
Rolls off the tongue.
That's going to be a automatic addition to the game. It's going to be downloaded in the next week or so. So probably when you're listening to this, it'll be there. I'll play it. I look forward to that.
He loves football.
I'm going to try and win the Euros with Gibraltar is my plan. So
nice. Good shout, buddy.
That's the aim. But yeah, nice. Thanks very much, Konami, for that.
It'll do.
For that terrible game. There we are. And finally, buddy,
here we go.
The last bit of the show, which is from Cosmic Dad, just because he was having a chat with us in the old Discord this week, but
is that because he commented below?
He commented below. He said, "Did anyone watch the state of play of Ghost of Tsushima or Tsushima?" As
Tsushima.
About 18 minutes of gameplay. My takeaway was, this reminds me a lot of Horizon Zero Dawn, but with worse graphics. I have to say, the graphics of the game in this stream are by far the worst we've seen. Previous streams looked much nicer. I had to double and triple check I was on 1080-60, but it was really blurry and murky in some spots. He's absolutely right.
He's absolutely right.
I suspect that this game's going to look absolutely delicious, but this stream... It I don't know what encoding they would do. I don't know what they would. It looked.
It was impressive. That's horrible. What it was.
It looked horrible.
Yeah, no, I watched it on. I watched the Digital Foundry kind of breakdown of it, and I was like, they were on about it, and I was like, what are they talking about?
You've seen something that happened? Yeah.
I was like, what? I was like, okay.
Not cool. Yeah. I'm mega excited for this game.
I am
very, very likely to pay full price for it on day one. But
fuck it, why not, mate?
Let's just do that, shall we? But,
yeah, we'll do it. I don't care right now. I'm very aroused.
Absolutely.
It looks really nice. You know, I guess have we spoken much about? We haven't really spoken a lot. About
a little bit. We talked about it
dabbled.
with the launch event and stuff. It's an open world samurai game. It's got it all going on, and you can play in two different, quite obviously different styles. Where you can like, walk up to a dude and be like,
hack and slash
you to a duel, or you can be like
super stealth.
I'm a
ninja bow.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is what I will be doing. Yeah.
Someone asked. Obviously, this is the infamous dudes. Sucker Punch. Someone asked if there was going to be a like karma meter in the same way that there was in the infamous games, and he said, "Nah, mate." So
no, and the more notorious you become as the ghost, I believe it's people fear you more. So when they see you, there was a moment in it where a NPC staggered and fall on his ass. He falled on his ass pretty much, or AI. And that's because he was scared as fuck, because it's like, holy shit, it's the ghost.
Yeah, and the ghost very much appears to be like basically Splinter Cell, which is exactly what I want from a video game.
Yeah, open world Splinter Cell, buddy. I'm fucking
mega
in.
Excited.
I will have a fucking slice of that.
Ghost of Tsushima is the shining beacon in the darkness, because we're not allowed to be excited for The Last of Us 2 anymore because of the terrible worker conditions in the creation of that game. But we can be excited for Ghost of Tsushima. So
it's the visual effects, like the grass movement, the wind. Let's say that it's the wind,
so nice.
and the fact that the wind can like guide you in, like it's the hint system instead of having like a yellow strip being like, oh, you need to go this way. It's like, follow the wind. It's like, oh, that's nice. That's nice.
It is nice. It's really.
But then you've got the lighting system. Like it looks so stunning. Like how it shimmers off the grass, or like you've got a campfire and I'm going back to the grass. All the grass blades are like a shimmering off that. It just looks fantastic. It looks really, really nice, and it's a place where I want to spend a lot of time, I think.
Absolutely. I mean, Second Son and First Light as well, by the way, with its neon. They both were gorgeous looking video games, and these guys really know how to put a world together. And it looks like their
particle effects and stuff like that have always been incredible.
Top draw.
Absolutely fantastic.
They've been working on this for a really long time, and it looks like they're really there with the story as well. I think Second Son was very underrated, to be honest. But yeah, really excited for this, and not long to wait. 3 weeks, something like that, to wait now?
Yeah, needs to get some cash monies together.
Absolutely. No, a bit more than 3 weeks. Actually, it's July, isn't it? Mid-July, so maybe 6. But
Jalemba?
On the way. Yeah, Jalemba, roughly. There you go. I think that's our show, buddy. I haven't got anything else.
That'll do me. I'm pretty pissed now. No, I'm good. I've got a little bit left of the old steam brew, so...
Yeah, I'm pretty pissed as well, buddy, because I've been drinking wine like beer for the last hour. So, that can't happen.
How it's done.
Seems to be empty now. Thanks so much for listening, everyone, and we hope that this mild fucking babbling...
250, what the fuck? That's like a quarter of a century.
Yeah, it's an absolute landmark, and obviously you might think maybe we should have done something like special for it, but actually the special thing is that it's happening at all.
I googled what's 250 years old this year.
Yeah,
nothing.
We decided that we're probably older than America at this point.
I reckon so.
Yeah, certainly,
and smarter.
Absolutely right. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. We're going to fuck off. We'll probably play video games. It's kind of why this happens. But thanks so much. Hope that you're good. Like, genuinely hope you're good, buddies. Like, I know that...
Stay safe. Wash your balls.
Everything's fucking shit. Wash your balls. Dip your wick. And we'll catch you next week. Until then, I've been Alex. He has been Ash.
Goodbye.
Farewell.